Previously during the investigation.
We don't need it previously. We were here.
Thomas, did you see Nick here? No. When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
That's a good boy. Good boy, Becky. Speak.
Presumably her tongue is cut out as well.
You got us good this time, Zach.
Why are we at the grocery store?
Oh, I can't believe it, man. Now that's heavy.
Me neither.
Yeah, cigarettes are heavy.
When did Becky
Me
stop
neither. I am also not also heavy.
I think it was like from the day Anna was killed, man.
Oh, she worked here, that's why.
Right. She was totally depressed about something.
Because Anna was killed.
Maybe it was Anna's
She
death.
wasn't coming in for work. She must have been totally in shock, the poor thing.
So you took the twins along to cheer her up.
That's right, hon. If only I knew it would be like this, I'd have spent more time talking to her.
I don't think I would bring
You told me about a
twin
special
children to
secret
someone to
between
cheer
your
them
children
up.
and Becky.
But
Yes, of course. What
She
about it?
always loved playing heroin mule.
Seems Becky handed them an item before she was killed.
let's play guess
Any
which
idea
twin
what that
has
might
a
be?
condom full of heroin up their butt.
Now that you mention it, they had a box about this size, which
Full
they
of
said
heroin.
was very important.
That's it.
He was a trick game. It's not up their ass.
In person. Where are the boys now?
They
Did you
went
know
out
a
actually with
urethra
Mr.
can
Case.
stretch as wide as 9
They
inches?
mentioned
I
going
didn't
to the
know that.
community center today,
Just had to
hon.
push it one step further.
There's plenty of space to run around over there.
Kason?
Just call me
you
Adam
know him
Sandler.
I'd rather not.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He always brings us gifts from his road trips. The kids love him.
Oh,
so
God,
we let him
stop
take
it, dude,
them out every
stop
once
it.
in a while.
It's a
You know,
fucking,
for
like,
a little quality
horse
time
trying to
with the
answer a
missus.
mathematical question with the feet that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But the situation calls for urgency.
Um,
I'll go
his
and look for
hand
them.
kind of clips
If they
into the
come
pocket
out
there.
by
That's a
the
little
means,
strange
could you let us
looking.
know?
Sure,
Yeah.
of course. I'll contact
It's not how
the
pockets work, you know.
No. It's how pocket dimensions work.
Mm-hmm. I want one of those. To store my enemies. And moldy bread.
I'd like a bag of holding to store my minions.
I don't think I've... no, I think I may have had minions, but I've
Isaac
never
and
had a
Isaiah
nemesis.
aren't Here. They're apparently out with Kason.
So they're kind of pointless without a nemesis.
With
Man,
Kate?
Isaac and Isaiah just
Sounds
get
like a
handed
long
off to
story.
friggin'
Any
everybody.
ideas
Yeah.
where to start looking?
Lily told me where they
In the
went.
coffee?
No
Good
problem.
thing nothing bad ever happens to children in small towns. Where are those leaves blowing from? The trees are way over there. Yes. The game is getting a little pushy at this point, it looks like.
Alright, Becky.
I kind of lost track of where they're going now, though.
They're gonna go find Isaac, Isaiah. They're with Forrest.
Right.
Emily told, or somebody
Today,
told them
we're
where they
stuck here
were.
having to search for lost children.
They're not lost. We're the ones who are lost.
And so we are, Emily.
Yeah.
Zach,
Ah!
we'll have fun if we're getting lost.
You sure know how to take your time at a time like this.
Shut up! I'm talking to Zach, you whore!
I don't think that smile was in an appropriate place there, Zach. Or York.
Rip out your whore teeth if you keep smiling at me. I'm just gonna play York like the serial murderer he obviously is.
Just get it out of your system.
Yeah. Nope. I've been infused with the God, I don't even know what you would call those little things that played such a big part in Sam Raimi's Darkman. Those little birds that bob back and forth, you know. I've been infused with that bobbing bird DNA. There, that joke landed about 30 seconds too late. It's all good. Don't
Yep.
care.
It's too much work, really.
Yeah.
You are...
Infused with Catholic girl DNA. I mean, it still doesn't work. I don't care. It's faster.
Catholic girls have distinct DNA?
That's what they told me in court.
I can't believe
Huh.
2 people have been murdered in our town. And now 2 young children are at the center of it all. I just can't come to grips
How are
with
they at the center of it all?
Well,
That's why we got our
Just
job.
because they know them doesn't make them at the center.
people that I knew that were killed. And
well,
the
they
murderer
were
might be
involved in
someone who
honest
lives
death.
here in this
And,
town.
you know, they found her, and now they're involved in this one somehow. I guess that means they're at the center.
You're right, I know. But, Mark, sometimes I just think I'm not really cut out to be a cop.
They're not cut out to be a chef.
You have the potential to be a superb law enforcer.
Are we stopping for lunch?
Emotional at times. You also possess what's most important.
I do?
A
do you
cat
mean?
suit.
What do you think? A sense of justice.
Just...
Do you really think that's the most important thing for a cop?
How should I
There
say?
goes George.
Such an obvious
You'll magically be there for lunch, though, if they go in.
Say something else.
Obvious or not, I joined the FBI in order to do what's right. And that's what's important.
I understand, but still, you seem...
Oh yeah, the MIDI drums
I'm
are
sorry.
kicking in the
I need
background.
some time to think.
Whatever do you want to think about?
Justice.
Nuns.
I want to think about...
Kind of a Catholicism riff going this episode.
And again, death makes everyone a philosopher.
Hello, Vicka. Death makes everyone a philosopher. Is that true? I don't think that's right.
Death makes everyone dead.
Is there something you want to check out?
Yes, whore. Shut up.
Doesn't matter. I can see you won't be rushed. I'm gonna go ahead, okay?
No, you're gonna be in there eating lunch too.
Okay, that would be fine.
Then I'll head over to the place that Lily mentioned. Don't take too long before you catch up, okay?
Stop bobbing.
Else I'll use my arm like a pipe wrench at you some more. Oh, I just had to fix something really fast to get that vomit taste out of my mouth. Do you like some, York?
Chocolate chip cookies, maybe?
God damn, I really need to get some chocolate chip cookies when I record for these.
Yeah, I think before next session we should both like put together our menu. Lunch Thomas. That's his full name.
Yes, please. Here we go.
Is that a Nazi in the background?
Looks like
It's a
it.
bit like a Nazi. Most wanted.
The Nazi K9 unit.
Yeah.
SS K9.
N-E-I-N.
It looked like Thomas almost vomited there again.
No, this doesn't taste good today.
It's because you need to brush your teeth.
Guys, Thomas made us a fine lunch as always. We should at least try to enjoy it.
You're right. We shouldn't be moping around.
They still don't
Even
all
more
have the
so
same
in times
stuff,
like these.
which
I
I
agree
think is an
with
odd...
Agent Morgan. Being so stressed
Thomas
out
and
about our
York at
progress
least
will
both have
only lead to
burgers.
mistakes. We should enjoy lunch. That's the very least we should do. As they say, the early bird catches the worm.
Is that what was for dinner?
George, you probably mean laugh and grow fat.
I'm going to assume this is a cultural thing, because the lunch jokes never make much sense to me.
Yeah.
Since we're all smiling again, let's get back to work.
Oh, his hat comes off.
So, I guess it's that George is bad at aphorisms? Is that what we're supposed to get out of that?
I no idea. I can't think of any reason why that's funny. I can't even think of why the early bird catches the worm is funny in that context.
I mean, I guess simply because it doesn't make any sense, but I've never heard laugh and grow fat.
No.
See, who knows? If we played that scene for a bunch of Japanese people, perhaps they would be like, "Oh, it's fucking hilarious."
Maybe, but it might just be
Fuck
random.
your Jerry Seinfeld bullshit. That is comedy gold.
You keep referencing comic actors I don't like very much.
Well, that was the point.
Yes, I have. Tomato sauce. You ever eat a can of tomato sauce?
No.
The green tomato's on the label, too. And that doesn't look like
No.
a worm at all.
Well, it was like a tapeworm, maybe.
Let me walk through the cornflakes and talk to this guy.
I'm extremely tempted to do a bad Ray Romano impression now.
That's the only kind of Ray Romano impression there is.
Just, hey, love a grow fat.
Wow,
He
yeah.
just ends up turning into like a dinosaur.
You
if I
sound
try
like
to do
a
Ray
dyspeptic parrot.
Romano. Alright. We just kind of go out here and grab random cars, I guess.
Yep.
But,
He bought the car, but he's
F
still
that,
gonna use
we-
the radio.
oh no.
You're looking for Sigourney again. She gets farther and farther from her home with each run.
How many goddamn times do we have to drive her in her fucking pot to her house?
I think only one more. But she's not always out and about either. I don't think. Eating the boot. This is the exciting part of the game.
Yeah, no one will be admitted during the thrilling. I couldn't even tell who that was. It comes up so quickly. F that. I should just take the car and boogie.
Just take my car, never mind the car I just bought.
Yeah. It's probably just for completionism, I guess.
Yeah. I did pause by the license plate, like maybe he was showing that off, but I couldn't quite make it out on my screen. You drive like a coconut.
Alright.
If I really had to, I could probably justify that analogy, but I'm not gonna.
This case turned into a multiple homicide.
Turned into?
Turn a criminal into a serial killer.
Yeah, wasn't it already?
That's the impression I got.
Ritualistic.
Unless the other Red Seed crimes weren't murder, but I think it's actually stated they were. He's interested in the murder of young women, right?
Don't always really explain the real motive. They're just
Yeah, I thought...
phrases that the media uses to scare citizens.
I'm kind of annoyed now, because they're like, what does serial killer even mean? And I'm like, well, York, it's a really, like, well-documented thing.
There's a very precise definition.
Yeah.
Legal.
Serialized method that the murderer is compelled to follow. Fetishistic sort of, I mean, like...
Yeah, there's going to be a certain number of murders or attempts for it to count as serial.
Did you not see Silence of the Lambs, Mr. York?
That was 2 serial killers for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in...
Silence of the Lambs, very odd phenomenon or whatever for me, in that I thought the book was incredible, but I hated the movie. But the movie was an incredibly faithful adaptation of the book, so I don't know why one worked for me and the other didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have many, many examples that adapting a book faithfully to a movie doesn't necessarily, or even ever, create a good movie. I'm trying to think of I can think of lots of examples of why adaptations that are faithful but don't work. Adaptations that aren't faithful but do work.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, Radio Free Albemuth was also pretty faithful, and it was like, just a pretty horrible movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes they kind of feel like they just exist to be a 2-hour reminder of why you should go back and reread the book or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, a full-length novel is almost always more than 2 hours worth of action. And the action is really the only stuff that's going to wind up on film. You know, the dialogue and the action. The narration is rarely used, and almost never works if it is used.
Yeah.
But like a novella adapts well. Like Stephen King's novellas tend to adapt fairly good movies. Although Stand By Me took a lot of liberties. Shawshank Redemption was pretty faithful. What was the other one? Apt Pupil?
I thought Shawshank Redemption was a terrible movie.
Yeah, could have been better.
Of course, she didn't naturally.
I felt like
second stomach.
they Hollywoodized it way too much, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's this great like male movie." And I'm like, I guess.
Only 2 litters. 4 lungs.
Why is Sigourney here? This is a strange place for her to be.
Of course, those.
Isn't this
do girls much good.
Rich Dude's house?
And they say too much is never enough.
Is that okay?
In the end,
Stop with the damn car engine. I can't hear myself think.
they found the body of his dog.
What do you do? You don't.
Dead,
You,
missing organs at his house.
you
She's
teleport
just
into the
messing around
car.
until the text is done.
When you talk to
I
her,
was
yeah.
ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial
Son of
killers
Sam
can't
was
be caught
instructed by
logic and
the
common sense.
dog of his neighbor.
I learned this the hard way.
But he later admitted that was just bullshit that he said to try to get an
Just keep
insanity
getting
defense.
more.
Oh, did he? I did not know that.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why, even though I really liked Spike Lee's movie about Son of Sam, I hated the fact that he shows the dog talking to him, because it's like, no,
Zach,
this
is there something
isn't.
here that you want to check out?
Even if we're going at it from his point of view, this never happened.
Right. One of the things I like about Silence of the Lambs and all the mythos around all the various things
My pot.
is that
Getting
Hannibal is played as a serial
Keep
killer
going.
who is essentially sane. Right? He's not kooky. He's not hearing things. He's not getting messages from God. He's not trying to
So go.
reconnect with his dead
What will
mother.
you do if
He's
my
a perfectly
pot
sane
goes
person
wrong?
who's chosen to be a murderer. And
Yeah.
and I think
This is the last time. The mystery of the
I think the vast majority of well, evidence suggests the vast majority of violent crime is done by quote unquote sane people, and it's really tiresome that they often try to portray people as crazy.
Yeah.
The scary thing is a sane serial killer. I think that's way more scary.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name. Not John, whatever, the guy who wrote Mindhunter, but Robert Rausch, is it? The kind of grandfather of this whole thing. He's the Scott Glenn character in Silence of the Lambs is based off this character. He wrote the book Whoever Fights Monsters, about kind of starting profiling and changing the BSU's name and blah blah blah. But he talked about, when they were first doing those masses of interviews with different serial killers. He talked about, I think it was Ted Bundy, and how he was basically in an interrogation room with him for hours, and there came this point where Bundy kind of started to tease him about how easy it would be to kill him in there. And he was like, oh my god, I suddenly realized that I'd been sitting in a room with a killer because, and it had just kind of slipped his mind because, he was just this guy who was pretty easy to talk to and interesting, and the time had just kind of flown by, and it's like, this is a normal guy except for one little switch, essentially.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people have the passing thought, I wonder if I could kill someone.
Right.
Some people then their own moral code immediately slings them back from that, or just simply impulse control. But not everyone has the same moral code, and not everyone has the same establishment of impulse control.
Right.
I will allow my impulses to do things like eat another hamburger, but not push my friend off a cliff.
Yeah.
When I was in late elementary school, so like maybe 4th or 5th grade, a bunch of us kids were standing in line, and my best friend was right behind me. And I thought, what would happen if I sling my head back really hard and hit Eddie in the face? And I did, because I was kind of new to the idea of passing thoughts aren't necessarily things to act upon. And yeah, it hurt him. I pretended I didn't know he was that close, but I did. He got a bloody nose. I didn't break it, fortunately, but...
Yeah, it's
Why aren't we there yet?
I don't know. Like I don't want to say I'm a fan of serial killers, but I'm definitely like I find it a fascinating topic. And like I don't know if anybody out there is interested in it, hasn't done much reading or investigation into it. I strongly suggest whoever fights monsters and Mindhunter, and also the TV show Millennium. And if you have done a lot of reading on it, for humor's sake, you should check out the show Profiler, because it's terrible, but it's hilarious.
There's a tendency a lot of people have to be attracted to things that horrify them. I don't mean sexually attracted necessarily, but, you know, just...
Right.
The whole history of lobotomies horrifies me to no end, but I'm fascinated by it, and I've read up the biographies of people who've been lobotomized and survived with enough intellect intact to write about it, and the guy who popularized the ice pick lobotomy, and I really want a set of lobotomy picks. Okay, let's see what we learn.
Thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
We made it
Said the actress
somehow.
to the vicar.
Right.
Do you think the pot will open up to me a little?
Said the actress to the vicar.
Ask the pot yourself.
Said that...
I will.
Hey, Pot!
Hey there. Will you tell me what you have inside?
Well,
Corpses of little
did
children.
you hear it?
I did.
Your
What
doom.
did the pot say?
I heard it say,
What
take
did the pot
my
say?
lid off. Are you
What's
sure?
in the box?
Of course. This conversation is between you and the pot, after all. Go
She's
ahead.
got her own kind
you're
of
reminding
internal rules
me
to her
of my
madness.
graduation.
What? Did she lose her virginity on graduation night?
That's
like
what I'm assuming.
so many do.
Sigourney,
Well, what are we?
Huh?
I'm not going to open it. Mysteries are intriguing because of the mystery. I want to keep this one an eternal mystery.
Are you sure?
Is this
So-
burning an eternal
up my
mystery?
mind.
So
Then
every single player that gets to this point, you can just imagine them like, oh, come on. Son of a bitch.
But you must never.
We go
tell
through all that to
anyone
find out what's in the
what
pot
you
and he
have
decides not to
learned
look?
Today.
We got a suit. Hooray.